Good evening and welcome to the UKSR PCUP League Round 3 from Knockhill Racing Circuit, the international version, live tonight. I am James Parfit and I'll be bringing you all the action this evening here from this amazing circuit, set just outside the city of Dunfermline, in the sunny country of Scotland, and at 2.01 kilometers tonight. It's not many corners for the guys to sort it out. You've got 9 corners. That is it for them to get it all working out for you tonight. It has been quite a manic last 5 minutes as we had issues with the stream, but we're up and running now. So we go into quali, guys. So what is the format? So the format tonight is 8 minutes, unlimited laps, lone qualifying, okay? Then we go into a 12-minute race standing start, determined from the qualifying grid, and then a 30-minute sprint race standing start, and it will be top 8 from the sprint will be the inverted, okay? So the top 8 will be inverted. Now the schedule, guys, there was some changes recently as well. Round 4 will be at Snetterton 300 on the 11th of August. Round 5 will be on the 25th of August at the Silverstone National. And the final round, round 6, will be on the 8th of September from the Brands Hatch Circuit. So there we go. So after last time out, guys, as well, from round 2, James Parker took the heat race with Austin Greatorex winning the feature, and that last time out was at Alton Park, okay? So thank you so much if you are here joining us this evening. Please let us know that you're in, let us know that you're here, and we can have a chat about what's going on and what's happening here tonight, because it has been quite a bit of a manic night so far already. So there you go. But let's see how we get on. As you can see, the qualifying times are up on your screen currently. Austin Greatorex here is in pole position. He is currently on a 47.369, or rounded up to a 47.4. So there we go. Austin Greatorex on a 47.4. Richard Jepp there is doing an absolutely stellar job as well. He is currently in second place, is Richard, as he heads round Butchers. Oh, he's gone off. He stopped Sam Coggrave here from our silver class as well. He's currently out on track at the bottom part near Clark Corner. The fast right-hander that leads us up into turn 9. Now they do have a turn 8, and this is it, this long looping left-hander all the way round up into turn 9, which is Taylor's hairpin, and around we go. And let's see if we can jump on board with Sam himself as we head down into turn 1. Oh, that's not going to count, and that's not a good way of doing that corner. So that is unfortunately Sam Codgrave out and about as we pick up Stuart Bickley here on the track map. He's just coming down to turn 7. Right-hander, he's got to get the nose pointed and try and get on the gas as soon as possible as we head up around the railway straight, which is the long looping left-hander here at Knockhill. Hard on the brakes, round into first gear, keeping it as tight as you can. Now, I've driven this track in an MX-5. I gotta say, it was rather exciting, especially as we're dropping down into turn 1. So he's got to keep to the left-hand side just about now. There you go, there he is. He's got to be on the brakes, point the car, hug that inside curb, go left, and now he's got to be on the brakes again, down to the right-hander of turn 3. We're going to go through here now. We're going to go point it in the direction, point it straight, one flick on the right, and then we're back on the gas for Mr. Bickley as we head down into Clark Corner, turn 7. Brake, point, and accelerate, and try and get this tricky cut car going in the right direction there as well. So we're going to be on the brakes coming into Taylor's turn 9. First gear, round we go, and then off round for another lap. Now, as you can see here from Mr. Bickley, who is currently sitting in 5th place on a 47.59. Last time out was a 47.69. So not a massive difference, but it's still a difference as we pick up the wonderful Mr. Gordon Ramsay here. He's in his new liveried car this evening. Brought it out 2 weeks ago. Debuted the car 2 weeks ago. Livery looks absolutely amazing. He's currently sitting in 9th place. So, yeah, we'll see how he gets on. And as you can see, the class displays at the top, guys. Who is leading the silver? It is Mr. Ramsay himself. And who is leading the gold is James Parker. So, James Parker currently doing the job here and in pole position. So if you are here, thank you very much for the late start. Apologies really for the late start. We were having a slight little bit of a technical issue that we managed to get sorted out just in time here tonight. So I hope you're all having a fabulous time. What I will do is really quickly, I will bring you up the current championship standings here tonight so we can see who is currently leading the gold class. So here is the gold standings. James Parker is in first. Richard Simnar in second, tied with Austin Gutorix. Christian Zarata in third on 23 points. Mikey Pollard in fifth, on 23. Richard Jepp in sixth, tied with Chris Wally there for sixth and seventh place respectively. Neil Bamber in eighth. Paul Busby in ninth. Andrew Jones in 10th. Stuart Bickley in 11th. John Williams down in 12th. And Ryan Williams there in 13th place, with El Nil down in 14th. Now in the silver, we've got Sam Codgrave is currently in first place on 38 points. Joe Newman in second on 25. Then we've got Patrick Faulkner in third. Chris Edisford in fourth. Adam Holloway in fifth. Steve Hughes in sixth. Gordon Ramsay 7th, Baz Meacham 8th, Ashley Coverdow in 9th, Callum Roby 10th, Jacob Robotham 11th, Dave Noonan in 12th, Thomas Barsak in 13th, El Neil is down in 14th place. So why is El appearing in both championship standings? There we go. Found what the issue is. Just sort out technical issues in the background, guys, as well. I hope you're all having this fabulous evening. Don't forget, if you are here for the first time, please hit that follow button. We've got a follow of 380. Let's see if we can get there. Currently on 366. And don't forget to head over to uksimracing.co.uk for all your information about the racing itself. Right, the grid is up, guys. And here we go. James Parker is in first place. Austin Gutorix second. Chris Wally third. Richard Simnar in fourth. Gordon Ramsay in fifth. Richard Jepp in 6th, Stuart Bickley in 7th, El Neil in 8th, Christian Zarata in 9th, Sam Coggrave in 10th, John Williams 11th, Joe Newman 12th, Neil Bamber in 13th, Jake Ward 14th, Mikey Pollard in 15th, Steve Hughes 16th, Ashley Coverdale 17th, Dave Noonan 18th, and Thomas Barsek down in 19th place. And it's Jack Ward, a new member this evening as well. So welcome to you, Jack. Hope you're having a fabulous time. As we can see, the pole position car there as well of James Parker on the grid as we wait for the cars to get going here tonight for the short and sweet first race of the evening. And it's only a short 12-minute sprint. So it is a 12-minute sprint race here tonight. We're just waiting for El Neil to get on to the grid. Neil Bamber and Dave Noonan. And then we will be up and away, ready to go. And here we go with the new pole cam of James Parker, which I think is absolutely amazing. A big shout out to Track Cams 22 there for supplying us with the cameras this evening. So much love to them. Right, here we go, guys. We're going to be under green, and it's green, green, green here tonight for the sprint race of the PCUP League here on the UKSR Twitch channel. As we can see there, people going off track, which is not good there. Richard Simnar, that was, who took a dove off the side of the circuit, currently still in 4th place, currently surrounded by Richard Jepp, Christian Zarata, Stuart Bickley and El Neil here. And this is currently the battle for 4th place. So Richard Simnar there taken to the grass. Sam Coggreve has also gone off track, and that's dropped him all the way down the bottom of the field. He is currently down in 8th place at the moment. So poor old Sam Coggreve there is dropped down the order, down 8 places. As we can see hit here, one of the guys, Stuart Bickley there, up in front currently at the moment. There is Stuart in 8th place, flying along here tonight, doing an absolutely stellar job. Let's have a look and see how Sam Coggreve got off track here tonight. That was a little bit further on than we want. Let's have a look at this one. As it comes down, Neil Bamber. Oh, contact with Mr. Bamber. And unfortunately, that's put him down the order. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one as well as we pick up back up here now with Mr. Bickley himself. Oh, big accident there. Big accident. Oh, we'll have another look at that. That was Richard Jepp. It is Richard Jepp now, coming down inside the last hairpin. Oh, Richard takes out his teammate. That was, oh no, poor Richard Jepp there. And we'll try and catch that on board with the chopper. As we can see these guys racing down now. Car number 65 gets out of shape and takes out one of the DCW cars, R42, which was Richard Simnar, that happened to take out one of their other cars, which was Mr. Bickley as well. So there was 3 DCWs. Oh, guys, sort it out. Tonight have unfortunately been involved in one incident, and El Neil was also in there as well. Neil Bamber was offline. El's crashed as well. Let's have another look back. He was caught up in all of that melee with the DCW guys, and unfortunately for El Neil, now he's dropped all the way down the order. Richard Jepp is into the pits as well, as we can pick up Stuart Bickley. James Parker still absolutely flying out front at the moment with Chris Wally in 2nd place. But I want to give a big, massive shout out to this man, Gordon Ramsay, who is currently in pole position. So Gordon there in pole position for the silver class. He's in 3rd overall. So an absolutely stellar job from him there this evening. So there are their intervals, guys, on the left-hand side. You can see the gaps from the leader, which is the initial first column, And then we've got the intervals after that. Let's drop that off so you get a better understanding. Richard Jep is in the pits, currently 2 laps down. On board with Gordon Ramsay being chased down by Christian Zarata. Then we've got Joe Newman. He is currently down in 5th overall, being chased down by John Williams. Jack Ward, new to the series tonight, being absolutely pressured by Mikey Pollard here as well. And Sam Coggrave is leading the charging pack of Thomas Balsack, Austin Gretorix and Dave Noonan. And let's have a look with what happened to Austin here, because I believe he's gone off track earlier on, and that's why it's dropped him down the field. Oh, Austin taking a big lump of curb, and unfortunately for him, dropping him down the field. Good evening, IB Racing. Ivan Bramer, how are you, young sir? Here tonight from Knockhill. Lucky enough, we're up in sunny Scotland tonight. Let's have a look, and we'll bring you up. The weather is July 31st, 2012. Partly cloudy and 22 degrees. Track temperature tonight. So 22 degrees. Track temperature tonight here from sunny Knockhill. So there you go. Absolutely incredible racing as we pick up Sam Colgrave here, being chased down by Gretorix as these guys go racing into the final corner of the track, which of course is turn 9. So there you go, the guys going into turn 9 here tonight. So yeah, absolutely stellar job from them, keeping this car on track, because it's not the most easiest car. However, Thomas Barsak has just lost the position, I believe, to the one and only Mr. Simnar. He did, yes. Richard Simnar got past Thomas Barsak and is now on his way to try and make up places. Gordon Ramsay, however, is not sitting pretty at the moment. A great car and track combo, good mate. How are you? Good. Good to see you going strong. I'm always going strong, dude. Always going strong. Head down, getting on. That's as much as we can do. We recovered from the 24-hour stream over the weekend and for Spa, and we're always flying along here for the PCUP from the UKSR on a Thursday night. Austin Gretorix here, just past Sam Coggrave, going down into turn 1. Can Sam look at getting him back? He's got to try and stay close as they head around turn 3 and drop down into this tricky section at the bottom of the hill here. 1 up, 1 down. It's an incredibly tough corner because you've got to go left and then you've got to go right, and you've got to do that exceptionally quick. So let's see how they go. So Joe Newman is also currently under attack as well. He's being chased down by Mikey Pollard. So Joe Newman is going to have to try and slow him. Well, he's going to have to defend like crazy, to be fair, because as you can see from the text times, Mikey Pollard is absolutely flying, apart from in the last sector. So Newman here, don't forget Newman is a silver driver, Pollard is a gold, is currently trying to defend for his life from Mikey Pollard as they come up over the hill, turn right, turn left, and then away they go again. Once again here tonight. Oh, Pollard's made an error there, and that's allowed Jack Ward through. Mikey Pollard made an error, and that allowed Jack Ward to come back through there as well. So Mikey's now going to have to get his head down again and see what he can do. He's looking at going up the inside of Jack in the last corner. Slight contact there on the door. Bit of door banging. Austin Gretorix wants a piece of this as well. He's trying to follow Mikey Pollard through. He's got past Jack Ward here as these guys go diving down into the turn 1. Austin Gretorix on the inside. Not ideal. Can Jack stop the car? He did. He managed to hold the brakes, get on the brakes, and stop the car as he goes racing round turn 3, dropping down the hill now into 4. Up round 5 they go. Through the short 6 little corner and then coming up into turn 7. Mikey Pollard at the front of this foursome. We've got Pollard, Gretorix, Ward, Congrave, all here together. So it's going to be a battle of the foursomes. It's got 3 minutes 48 remaining here tonight. So these guys are going to have to try and put on some form of a show. As you can see, they're going to go racing down into turn 1. Absolutely stellar camera angle we've got going on there as well, guys. You can see it here as they go round 3 and then through up through the tricky left and right. It's a difficult corner, that, I'm not going to lie. It is a really difficult corner. I hope everybody's going well. If you are here, please hit that follow button. That would be absolutely amazing. We're going to keep track of Austin Gretorix here. Let's see how he's getting on with his sector time, seeing whether or not he's gaining or losing as we go into the last lap of the race. And currently James Parker, Chris Wally, Gordon Ramsay, Christian Zarata, absolutely flying here tonight. However, Sam Congreve is under attack. He's under attack from Jack Ward. Jack's gone trying to go around the outside. He's thought better of it. Oh, Sam runs in a little bit wide there as we're going to pick up on the leaders as they're coming around to the last sector of this racetrack now. Here tonight for the short, sharp sprint race for the PCUP UKSR. Round the last corner we go. James Parker is going to be your victor here in the sprint race. So well done, James Parker. He has come across the line in first. Chris Wally second. Gordon Ramsay, excellent third place. Christian Zarata fourth. John Williams coming across the line in fifth. Joe Newman in sixth. Mikey Pollard in seventh. Austin Gretorix eighth. Sam Congreve ninth. Jack Ward 10th. El Nell then recovering to 11th. Richard Simnard 12th. Dave Newman 13th. Stuart Bickley 14th. As these guys come across the line. 15th, Thomas Barsek 16th, Ashley Coverdale 17th, Neil Bamber down in 18th place. Richard Jett there, lap down unfortunately, come across the line at 19th. So there you go, so we've got a brief short 1 minute warm up now, as we'll bring you up the results from race 1. So here are your final results from race 1, guys, here tonight. James Parker is in first place, Chris Wally in second, Gordon Ramsay third, Christian Zarata in fourth, John Williams fifth, Joe Newman in sixth place. Mikey Pollard in 7th, Austin Gretorix in 8th, Sam Congreve in 9th, Jack Ward in 10th, El Neal in 11th, Richard Simnell 12th, Dave Noonan 13th, Stuart Bickley 14th, Steve Hughes 15th, Thomas Barsak 16th, Ashley Coverdale 17th, Neil Bamber 18th, and Richard Jett is in 19th place. So there we go. We'll just give you a wait for the warm-up to finish, guys. And then we will come up with the grid. There you go. That is the end of the warm-up. 1 minute warm-up these guys got to go and try and see if they can improve. And then we'll bring you up the grid for race 2. So there you go. All right, that is the warm-up done. And here is the grid for race 2. Austin Gretorix is going to lead us away. Mikey Pollard in second place. Joe Newman third, John Williams fourth, Christian Zarata in fifth, Gordon Ramsay in sixth place there, Chris Wally seventh, James Parker eighth, Sam Congreve ninth, Jack Ward 10th, El Neal in 11th, Richard Simnard 12th, Dave Noonan 13th, Stuart Bickley 14th, Steve Hughes 15th, and Thomas Barsak down in 16th place. So there we go. So we're just going to wait for Austin Gretorix to get out on to the starting grid here tonight. There is Austin there. So as we zoom and have a look around Austin's car, you can see in that little PCUP here as well. Horse Centre in Chester he's got put on the front there. Absolutely incredible. Just waiting for a couple of more cars to get on the grid. Chris Wally and El Neal are the ones we are currently waiting for. And then we will be away for the 30-minute feature. I hope everybody's having a fabulous evening this evening. Hope you are well. And much love to all of you if you've just joined me tonight as well. So thank you so much for coming along here at the tricky Knockhill circuit. It's the short version of the track tonight. So there you go, 30 minutes up and running. The cars are on the grid. Austin Gretoric's car has gone completely white on me, so thank you very much for that. So we're just waiting for the grid to get away here tonight as we've got the short Knockhill circuit. Right, here we go, guys. We're going to be green, green, green very shortly for the 30-minute feature race here. We are away, and it's green, green, green. And Mikey Pollard has managed to jump Austin Gretoric's here at turn 1. Going down, Austin Gretoric's got a little bit bogged down at the start. It looks like he's going to lose another position. Oh, he doesn't this time to Christian Zarata, Thomas Barsek. Oh no, Austin's gone round. Austin's gone round the order and has dropped all the way down to the back of the field. If Austin Gretoric is ever having one of them nights, tonight would be it. We were talking to him at the end of last season. One of the things he said he wanted to do was try and cut down on his mistakes, and unfortunately it looks like that was an Austin Gretoric's mistake there. As we can see, Mikey Pollard and Christian Zarata looking going side by side down into turn 1. Who's going to be brave here? Who's going to be backing out? Is Pollard going to hold it? Zarata takes the inside line. He's going to run a little bit wide. Pollard looks like he's got the option to try and jump back up. He's not taking the option to jump back up at the inside now. Pollard into second place. Further down the order, Jep is trying to make his way through the field as well. We've got Covidal in front of us currently at the moment, and this is the battle for 16th place here for Richard Jep. He's chasing down his man, Ashton Covidal, who is currently just about to lose a position, and Jep is on his way there as well. So another battle here is the Bamba battle. Bamba and Dave Noonan. This is Neil Bamba here, the battle for 11th place. Coggrave's just gone off. He's there, look, you've just seen him. We've just seen Coggrave sit there, and he's got to wait for everybody to pass. But here is Ward now. He's having a good old ding-dong with Noonan. And he's just gone there as well. So Ward passes Dave Noonan. Jet passes Coggrave as well. Oh, contact further back. That's Richard Jep again. Oh, if the night could get worse for Mr. Jep, it probably just about has. As he comes down the hill, down into turn 3. Oh, he takes a big lump of curb, shoots that peak up in the air, and unfortunately, you can't stop a car on 2 wheels, Mr. Jep, and he's unfortunately back into the pits again. So as you see, Steve Hughes here, he's having a battle with Mr. Covidal as well. Back up front, Zarata, Pollard, Newman, Ramsey continues where he left off after race 1 and is absolutely flying. Zarata is up 4, Ramsey up 2. Simnar is up 5 places after starting down at P12. So Richard Simnar up 5 places, Bickley up 6 as well. Parker down 1, Ward where he is, and Gretorix is down 10 places, unfortunately for Austin Gretorix here, as we go flying around this tricky Knockhill circuit, coming down into Taylor's now, turn 9, hard on the brakes we're going to go. And we're going to have a look from Mikey Pollard here, just inside the car. We can see there chasing down Christian Zarata, Cam Pollard. Here we go now, he's up into 5th gig. See that on the right hand side, down through 3rd we go. On the brakes, we're still chasing, but just not close enough currently to jump into the main cockpit area. This is the chicane I was talking about. This is 4 and 5. It's so tricky. 5 and 6, sorry. It's such a tricky corner to try and get right. And I've been there in my own MX-5. One of the MX-5 races here the other week. Oh, it's such a difficult corner to get right. That one is as well. Gordon Ramsay here, however, he is currently being closed down by John Williams. Ramsay trying to chase down Newman. Newman there is currently leading of the current silver class. Dave Noonan has been taking an excursion off track. Let's see what happens to Dave. here as he comes up. Oh, he kept it straight though. Fair play to Noonan. That was just well done for keeping it straight there. As we'd see on board with Gordon Ramsay, he's trying to chase down Joe Newman, he's trying to chase down Mikey Bullard, he's trying to chase down Christian Zarata, and these guys are separated by nothing more than about 1.3 of a second currently. As we can see here, the intervals up on the left-hand side, you can see 5 tenths to Pollard, 2 Zarata in front. Topping out here, Gordon Ramsay just shy of 140 miles an hour. You can see it on the right-hand side. The little display as these guys are coming around now. We're going to come into the chicane of 5 and 6. We're going to drop down and then up. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Don't want to take too much of that curb. 24 minutes remaining here tonight. So let's see how these guys can get on this evening and see whether or not they can get hold of this victory here. Ramsey is currently down in 4th place. Now I've been told to tell you there were some few technical issues at the beginning of the show. Okay, Neil and oh! Contact with El Neil and Ash Coverdale there. Let's have another look at that on board with El's nose and see if he made contact. Yes, we are literally inside the car. That was very bizarre. And El Neil now currently up in 14th. But he's told me if he doesn't take the victory tonight, which is looking like he may not take a victory from down in 14th, it was due to the fact that we took away his 10 minutes of practice due to us trying to sort out technical issues. Okay, so according to El Neil, he didn't finish. He didn't win. He hasn't won a race tonight because he lost those last 10 minutes of practice time. That's what he's told me to tell you. So that's all I'm passing on to you guys here. Here tonight, take of it as you will, but there's an interesting battle developing in the middle here with Mr. Simnar being chased down by his DCW teammate of Stuart Bickley. He's got James Parker for company. All the people who don't want to win the league, and you have last season's championship winner. So, you know, not ideal for Mr. Bickley. A whole group of pressure coming up from him now, but he's got to try and see if he can defend like crazy. Parker's looking at taking. Oh, can Bickley hold it from Parker? Parker's closing. 1/10 back at the moment. Just dropped out to 2/10. This isn't the most easiest circuit to try and pass here either. So the guys have got to be really quite careful, because this track is very, very difficult and very tight. You've probably got this sort of section here, probably the last sector of the track where you can really make moves. Parker's really trying to make a move there. Forces Bickley onto the gravel. Let's allow Parker through. Bickley just got off his line, and unfortunately Parker went through, took the position and said thank you very much for that. Zarata's back up front, being chased down by Pollard. The gap's now just over half a second. Coming down 4, you can see on the left hand side. Back out to 5, half a second or more. Christian Zarata here may look like he's taking the victory. Knockhill with the Mazda was rough. Don't fancy him. No, Knockhill. No, Mr. Sharples. Knockhill. Darren Sharples there in the chat. Knockhill in the Mazda was definitely a tough one. I'm not even going to lie. It was a very difficult day of racing for us all there, I think. Would probably sort out. We've got Thomas Barsak all the way down here. We've got Stephen Hughes being chased again by Al Neil. I believe he may, after letting him. Oh no, okay. So Al Neil now right at the back of Steve Hughes. This is one of your closest battles on track. Stuart Bickley is another one, but he's being chased down by Austin Greatorex. By his standards, I think Austin will say that he's had quite a rough season so far. few little inconsistencies. He said last year in the end of the season, as we see as James Parker just make his move past Richard Simnar there. Simnar's going to be looking at coming back now. He's literally nose to tail to go and try and take the outside line as these guys go racing up into 9. He's got to be trying to cut back. He's tight on Mr. Parker up. Can he cut it back far enough? He can't this time around. So there we go. Austin Gretorix has passed Stuart Bickley. Now, Austin said one of the things he said in the podcast at the end of the last season was he wanted to make less mistakes. I think everybody refers to the Hungaro ring, I believe it was, where he just went out of the middle of nowhere, just went straight on at the hairpin. At Spitzke, just went straight on. Managed to, well, yeah, get through. But unfortunately for him, it was not a good night's racing. Now, the reason for that is Austin Gretorix's dog jumped on his lap. And unfortunately for him, it all went a bit wrong. So he said in that podcast that he wanted to make fewer mistakes. But 2 tonight is not a simple way to go. However, he is closing up to the back of Mr. Simnar here as these guys go racing down into turn 1. 19 minutes remaining here for this PCUP UKSR League live from Knockhill. So there we go. Let's have a look and see how these guys are getting on in their lap times. Simnar is slower than Gretorix. Gretorix just set the fastest lap of the race on lap 11, 47.493. And he's still trying to chase down Mr. Simnar tonight as they've gone lap 14 and 18 minutes remaining. Still in the mix here, Zarata and Pollard. The gap has closed up from them guys. Pollard now literally 3 attempts back at the moment. So he's going to have to try and see what he can do here and see if he can close down on Zarata himself. Because at the moment, Pollard has closed. He took 2 attempts out on lap 14. And it looks like he's closing again here. I think I have to have a look at the sector times. Pollard a little bit slower off over sector 3. But he's holding on to the coattails of Christian Zarata, and that's all that really matters. John Williams here, he's in a nice little battle with Joe Newman. So let's see how this one materializes here. These guys currently, Joe Newman here, John Williams a little bit quicker over lap 14 and lap 15, and as is James Parker. So we're going to try here for Williams and see what he can do. So we've got Newman as well. He's going to be having an interesting battle very shortly, I think, because Williams is closing and has taken out nearly 3 attempts over the last 2 laps, and he's got 17 minutes remaining. Oh, Gretorix is up again. In the background there, Austin Gretorix is in the wall. He was in the wall, and we'll have a look back at this one now. He's side by side with car number 42, which was Simnar. Oh! Hold on, that was a little bit bizarre. We'll have a look at that from the chopper and see if we can find out what actually happened here. There was contact there. Oh! Well, that looked like a big dose of netcode between these guys. See if we can see from the right front there, left rear, sorry, and see if we can have a look. No, I'm not going to see it from that side, not the other side. Yeah, we want to hear, don't we, really? See if we can get that position and just see what we can see here. Well, that looked like, I've got to be honest, like a quite a hefty dose of netcode there. As we see James Parker here, he's making moves now up into 4th place currently. John Williams and Simner is behind him. Chris Wally is 3.5 minutes up the road. Not really focused much on Chris tonight, but there is Chris Khan, number 14, doing his thing. Mikey Pollard still trying to close down Christian Zarata. Joe Newman has got his teammate Stan Cockery behind him, and they're trying to chase down on Gordon Ramsay. So this could be an interesting, spicy battle here. This is the battle for 10th, 11th, and 12th. And as you can notice from the colours, it's all the silvers. So you have to keep an eye out for that one. Cockrave, Newman, and Ramsey. This is the battle for the silver championship here tonight. This could get really, really spicy. We've got 14 minutes to go. Newman, 11 seconds on lap 18 at Cochrane. Went off track. Sam Cochrane went off track. I don't think he should have lost 11 seconds in one lap there. That seems a very bizarre graphic here tonight. So we'll see how this one materialises. We see it over Ramsey up front. Ramsey looks like he's holding his own though. That's the thing. He looks like quite happily that he's chasing down Jack Ward in front. It doesn't look like he's under pressure. He doesn't really look like he's worrying about Newman or Cockery behind, because he's just sitting there. He's closed the gap on Ward again. So he's kind of sitting back thinking, well, I haven't really got to worry here because I'm closing on Ward. Took 3 attempts out of him in the sector 3 and has brought the gap down now to literally less than half a second. It's just touched under half a second. Let's see now how these guys get on. This is Jack Ward, Gordon Ramsay, battle of the silvers, coming down into Taylor's turn 9 here as well. Oh, Jack's hard on the brakes. Ramsay's going to be looking at going up the inside now. This is where we're going to see that side-by-side battle going down into turn 1. Who's going to be brave? Is it going to be the Scotsman of Ramsay, or is the Englishman of Ward going to come out in front? And it's the Scots. Mr. Gordon Ramsay takes the position there and moves himself up into 9th place. And more importantly, into the lead of the silver class tonight here in race 2. 12 minutes remaining. This is one of your closest battles on track, as well as Mr. Bickley being chased down by Mr. Greatorex, who is on a recovery drive here. So Austin Greatorex trying to chase down Mr. Bickley and see if he can make that moves over the top. This is the battle for 7th place currently. Ramsey's a lot further back. He's got about 5 seconds back. So Greatorex hasn't really got to worry about him behind. He's literally going to focus on trying to get past the brightly coloured DCW of Mr. Bickley, who unfortunately was involved in the Richard Sinmar incident in race 1. Yes, the DCW guys did it again. They unfortunately took each other out, and 3 of them was out in race 1. So that was a little bit of a crazy manoeuvre as these guys going down into turn 9. Greatorex positioned his car there to try and get a run down on Bickley. Here we go, side by side down into turn 1. Who's going to be the bravest? Bickley's looked like he's got a little bit further in front in the moment. He backed off. Stuart Bickley there looked like he almost backed away from going into turn 1 with Austin Greatorex, and I'm not quite sure why he would have done that, but Zarata, Pollard are up behind Dave Noonan, and Mr. Noonan's causing all sorts of issues here as he's in the mix. Wally has just got past Pollard as well, caught up with, no, Pollard's looking at coming back on the inside line there. There is Pollard, there is Wally. I don't think poor Dave Noonan got caught up in something that he didn't intend to do. And I'm a bit worried that if I show you this, it's not going to be good. So here we go. Let's have a look and see what happened to Mr. Ramsey. That's what happened to Mr. Ramsey. Round he goes for Mr. Gordon Ramsay. Unfortunately there, Mikey Pollard now in a freeway battle here. Zarata and Wally as they're coming into the last 10 minutes. If there's ever a time to spice up the race, now is it. So here we go. Can these guys keep in front? There is another back marker in front, and that is Mr. Thomas Barsack before we go down into Neil Bamber, who, mind you, is up 2 positions, but still down currently in 16th place respectively. As these guys go racing around turn 3 now, we're going to drop down into Butchers. Let's jump on board with Pollard, see what he sees as we go through the chicane of 5 and 6 now. Oh, we get a little bit offline there. On the brakes we go, line it up for 3. Here we go now, chasing down there is the back marker we were talking about. That is Thomas Barsack in front. On the brakes we go, this tricky car, first gear, tighten up the hairpin, get it on, up through the gears, we can see it on the right hand side now, 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear we're in now in this Porsche, above 130 miles an hour, just hit it 140. On the brakes we go, we've got to go down into 2nd, get curve, going to drop down to the right hander, here we go, left, throw the car right. Pollard now. Good job there, Pollard, as he's closing the gap back down. But all the while behind us, we have got Chris Wally. I tell you what though, Cockrave and Newman here are having his absolute, Cockrave and Ward, sorry, are having his epic scrap all the way. This is down in 8th. Battle of 8th position. Ward is in the front in the blue and white. Cockrave's looking at making a move out the inside. He sent it there at the hairpin. Sam Cockrave does he get through? They're going to be side by side. Is this going to be a battle of the brave men now as they head down into turn 1? Cockrave on the right, Ward on the left. Really, Ward has got this done. If Cockrave's going to literally coming back out of it, he does. Oh, they make contact. Away goes Ward. Round goes Ward. There was slight contact there with Cockrave. No. Just missed by Mr. Simnal there as he come hurtling down. And this is what we were talking about here from these guys. Go on board. Oh. I don't actually know if there was contact there. It didn't look like there was contact there. Let's take a look again as we're running down into turn 1. Oh, there might have been a little bit actually. There may have been a little bit, but I'm not going to look at where that plane was at. That was just basically a racing incident between them 2 cars. El Neil, Steve Hughes and Ash Coverdale here having a battle. Oh, for this is down in currently for 14th place, 13th, 14th and 15th here are having this little scrap further down the field, and fair play, why not? We're on to the last lap of the race. Christian Zarata, I don't actually think this is the last lap of the race, guys, so please ignore the lap counter. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining, so I'm not quite sure why it fell to flag up. I think it's done a rough estimate of laps and thought, yeah, it's finished. But we're not actually finished here tonight, guys, as well. We've got about 6.5 minutes remaining. And the battle is on for Mikey Pollard and Chris Wally. Can they hold Zarata in sights to make a move? Can they do that? Only time will tell here tonight as these guys go racing around now. Here we go, dropping down into turn 1. They have finished. Why is the count out? I don't understand why the count is out. That was bizarre. I've got... Okay, everybody has finished. As I see, Neil going into the pits there. Feature race is over and done. So let's bring you up the results of that one tonight. First place was Christian Zarata, Mikey Pollard in third, Mikey Pollard second, Chris Wally in third, Austin Gretorix in fourth, James Parker fifth, Stuart Bickley sixth, John Williams seventh, Joe Newman eighth, Gordon Ramsay in ninth place, Sam Coggrave there down in 10th, Richard Simnar in 11th, Jack Ward in 12th, Ashley Coverdale in 13th place, Steve Hughes 14th, El Neil 15th, Neil Bamber 16th, Thomas Barsak in 17th, Dave Noonan in 18th, and Richard Jepp down in 19th place. So there we go. That rounds up the racing here tonight in from the PCUP feature race. So there you go. Hope you've had a fabulous time this evening. Okay, so all the racing has finished here tonight, and thank you so much for joining us as always. It's been an absolute pleasure having your company this evening, as it always is. So much love to you. If you do watch it back, please hit the follow button. That would be absolutely incredible. Don't forget, guys, in 2 weeks' time, we're heading off into Snetterton. So in 2 weeks, we will be going to Snetterton. So please have a look back. That would be absolutely incredible. Right, guys, so that's it rounded out from me. And all that's left for me to say really now, guys, is, as always, you take care. Have a great week. And you never know, I might see you on the track sometime. Good night.